You'll notice that I cut them separately. A lot of guys actually will take two blanks, adhere them together using whatever method, trace an outline on one of the blanks, and then cut both of them at the same time. Now the reason that I didn't do this is, number one, the aesthetics of horn, as in two different blanks could be completely different in terms of color. And also, I like to try to use one horn blank per razor, and I can usually fit two scales on a single blank from Macecraft. Again, if I was using a different material like micarta or something like that, I would probably cut them both at the same time. So it just so happens that I'm using horn, and so that's why I cut them separately. So my next step here is actually to tape these together. All right. The reason I tape them together is because it's pretty much impossible to shape each one of these separately and have them look the same. But when they're taped together, you can easily see the thicknesses. You can easily see how rounded they'll end up being. Everything you need to be able to look at them, and the only real way to do it is to connect them together. So I have some double-sided carpet tape here, and this Sure Tape brand is without a doubt the best for this particular scale. I've tried some other types like this Scotch 3M carpet tape. It's absolute trash. It doesn't work at all. This stuff is really sticky, and it stays stuck on there the entire time. So I'm going to go ahead and tape these together now. You see how I did that? I just took a knife and I scored around the edge, and now I've got my perfectly shaped tape. And then I take my two blanks and basically using my fingers to feel to make sure that they're correctly positioned. I want to make sure that all of my edges are fairly matched up. Those will stay together for the duration of my shaping process here. My next step is to drill my pivot and wedge holes in this razor, so that I've still got nice flat surfaces to use on the drill press. So I will go ahead and mark those holes, and then go to the drill press. I forgot to mention, one alternative to just marking the holes is to actually take the paper cutout and just super glue it with a few drops right onto the scale. So not only do we have a perfect line to follow back when we go to shape on the belt sander, but we've also got our two pivot holes marked from our planned out drawing. So once I'm done drilling through these and I take it to the belt sander, eventually I'll just sand that paper right off. Of course, it does destroy the template, but that's okay because we want all of our scales to be unique anyway. Here's where a good eye really becomes important. In order to shape these down to this, it's basically just very slow and careful sanding. My belt sander is positioned so that if these scales are caught and thrown, they'll go in that direction, so I'm not worried about getting hurt. And I'll watch my fingers on the belt sander here because it can take some skin off pretty quick. And of course I'll be wearing my wet respirator and my safety glasses. So safety first, right? So here we go. I'm going to shape it down to the paper template. So once I'm happy with the shape, my next step here is to thin these out.